I love it.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome.
Oh my
Hi,
goodness.
friends.
I do love the intro.
It's nice, isn't it? I was just saying I
Beautiful.
haven't played it in so long, and so why the heck not? It seems appropriate. We were just talking backstage, and oh my goodness, we have never done a live together doing personal readings.
That's right.
What a treat. What a treat. I'm so excited.
I can't believe we haven't with all this work we're doing together.
I know, it's so weird. We see each other. We talk so much. It's so true. Anyway, what a treat. Thank you guys for saying yes to this. It's wonderful. I haven't done a live on my channel hosting, I think, in quite some time. So, and especially for personal readings. So it's wonderful. Wonderful to have you too. And Shishi, thank you so much. Should I read the book? Oh gosh, we're gonna read on that. I see that some of you guys are starring, so that's so wonderful.
Oh no! So if someone gives a donation, it's automatically starred. You haven't been on for a while, Kevin. So you
right? Oh my gosh, you guys just remind me how we do this. I noticed I lowered my chair, so excuse me while I heighten my chair. I'm feeling like too short. There we go. Debbie, you taught me that. I remember it was like, Kevin, the proportions, you're not, because I think I was down here.
Literally, like you guys, it was like this.
No, for real. So good. Some things never change. Well, look at all these people that are here joining us. So wonderful to see you all.
Annie Bear. I haven't seen Annie Bear for a long time.
Aw, so wonderful.
Oh, I'm missing some of these.
Personal readings. You guys, if you want to put, I can see a lot of you are putting the questions in the capital letters, which is so helpful.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and if you're specific about things, I mean, that's helpful. Sometimes in general can be a little bit like, where do we go? I know that Spirit will always provide what is necessary, but if you're specific, it does help a little bit as far as us kind of tuning in on a little bit quicker. And then the beautiful way that Spirit works is that they're going to piggyback. Personal readings, we're open to mediumship as well. So if you have mediumship questions, we will also take that. But I see you guys are starring them. Look at you. Oh my gosh.
That would be me.
Oh my goodness, you guys. Thank you so much, Patty. That's so kind. And Dawn, so kind of you. So generous, y'all.
Wow, you guys. Thank you for doing that. That's very kind.
All righty. Well, I feel like we're just the kind of people that are just going to jump right into it. So who wants to choose the first one?
I'm starring, so if you guys want to go ahead and choose.
You know what? The person that said, "Should I write a book?" It went so fast. I'm gonna say yes. Yes.
That's okay.
I mean, it's like a resounding yes.
Yes. Shishi, I feel like you have been writing it. I don't know if you've been working on this, like, because it feels like for quite some time. So I don't know if this is just the repetition in your mind of all of these like ideas and Spirit saying that, like, even backing up 5 years that you've had thought around this. Now's the perfect time. Putting pen to paper or putting voice to audio. It's a yes. It's an instant yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I never do these, but I was holding on to them for some reason. I mean, I do it for fun sometimes, but I was holding on to them, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, I was told, put them up, and it was it was a total yes on that. But I want to get a little bit more of a message for you in regard to that, because I do feel that this has been quite a journey. The downloads, and they want you to pay attention to your dreams as well here. Your dream life.
Yeah, speak your truth.
Shishi, would you understand? Are you like deciding, am I going to write it about this or I'm going to write it about that? Because I feel this energy of like indecision of what you're actually going to choose, which is not a bad thing because it tells me Spirit's saying that you have choices in what direction you're going to go. So not to overwhelm in the sense of like you have potential of multiple books, but that's what it feels like. So yeah, Debbie, I'm curious what you pulled.
Oh my goodness, it's hilarious. Well, not hilarious, but Shishi Spirit's right on in here. I have mystery, embrace, and stories that came in. I'll just show you these pictures.
Story.
I know, and the stories.
Wow.
So just move forward. We don't always have to know the end result. Just start. Put your feet in, embrace, and go forward. But let me look at here. It says it talks with this particular card. It talks about healing tales, healing stories. So this journey for you actually is a healing journey. No matter what you're writing about, it's going to push through some areas of challenge for you and bring much healing. And you are a vessel. So that embrace card is all about being that vessel.
And she said it may be uncomfortable for some.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I was saying speak your truth.
Yes. And it's so good. And Debbie, to piggyback off your healing, they kept surrounding you with the green energy. And so I was going to add to it, there is this healing element that it's not just for them, it's also for you. Yeah, very healing about childhood. It's so perfect. Spirit, go for it.
The first card that I picked for you, Shishi, is the throat chakra. This is about expressing and communicating right from the very core center of that energy. The next card is the crown chakra. This is where it all comes from. It's coming directly from your soul, from your high self, from spirit. So you are wide open.
You guys, can you feel that energy?
Oh,
it's crazy. I know a lot of people in the chat are also resonating with this because it's speaking to what you're questioning about, like going for it, this stepping into the power. Yes, it's an astounding yes, I think, from all three of us. That's for sure.
And one last thing here, Shishi, your spirit team wants you to know that you are being held through this process, and they're saying thank you for normalizing this, because people, you're sharing about childhood. I'm assuming there were some challenges that you faced through childhood and possibly some traumas here that you're talking about. Thank you for talking about it. Thank you for making this possible for others to read about this and heal themselves. But also, and breaking through any shame that has to do with this. You're breaking through that. And so thank you for that. And know that you're being held, and those who read your book will be held as well.
Yeah. And she's having that emotional response. It's so good. Be with that energy, Shishi, and be in the release with it. It's beautiful. Can't wait. Can't wait. All righty. All right. Somebody can choose the next one. That was awesome.
Okay.
Ellen. Could you tell me where the relationship I'm in is going? Okay. Interesting.
All right, Ellen. Hi, Ellen. Where is it going?
Can I start?
Go. Yeah.
So Ellen, I feel like I want to give you a big hug right now. There is a feeling like I want to describe as like, I feel like I'm not being seen anymore. I'm not being heard anymore. And I feel like I want to remind you that you are enough. Spirit will give me the symbol when I look at relationships. I'm always given the symbol of a rose bush, okay? And however that rose bush shows up for me tells me what state the relationship is in. The rose bush to me is very dry. The leaves are dry. It's telling me that the relationship, it hasn't been watered, nurtured, fertilized. It's at a place of not at a place of no return, but as at a place of recognizing that it needs attention. is how I want to describe it. It just needs attention.
Mm.
It doesn't feel like it's completely over, but at the same point, it also feels like to me like you have a choice right here where it could be time to move on if you choose to move on. But I feel like that relationship is just, if it was tended to, if you wanted it, it could happen. But more than anything, I want to remind you of your own needs and your own worth and what you deserve. There are times in relationships that have maybe gone too far. You know, sometimes some of us hold on for dear life, you know, for far too long. Hello, been there many times. For fear of what's next, for fear of the unknown, for fear of being alone, however that might come, you know. And I just want to remind you that you're amazing, you're worth it, and
you are enough.
yeah, you're absolutely enough. And yeah, I'll leave that with you, Ellen.
And I love what you touched on there in regard to really embracing the power within herself, and that she literally, this is something that kind of adds on. This adds joy to your, it's an add-on. It's not a completer. Does that make sense? Like when we get into a relationship, it's not to complete us or to, and I feel, Ellen, you've done a lot of work there. I see that you've done a lot of work there, but there's also another thing, you guys, if you're seeing this too, but that there's some fear or concern here. We heard it in the question, so that's kind of obvious, but also I feel like your spirit team is offering you to release that. Go ahead. You've done some hard work there where you're like, is this going to happen to me again? Is this coming to revisit again? Is this going to continue to happen to me in relationships type of thing? They want you to really take it and release that, step into your own empowerment, embrace you are enough. But there's potential here. If you do that, if you do not put on this person that it's their responsibility to make you enough. Ellen? Okay, so anyways, but there's beautiful potential here of a beautiful friendship and commitment there, of a connection. But they want you to do that work. They want you to do that internal work.
I love that. Jeffrey, it was interesting when you started to talk about the roses and the flowers. I was aware of the female and the spirit that was stepping forward for you, Ellen, and I do feel motherly with you. And this, as she was coming in, it was when Jeffrey was describing the flowers, and in particular, I started to smell them and I could see them, and you just being in that garden in contemplation. And then feeling into it further, it feels like spirit is recognizing you've put this energy outwardly, externally, and in that sometimes desire for the other person to make change. They're like, bring it back to you, bring it back to you. You be in that power. I got 3 cards in it. I got the self-esteem card, I got the relationship card, and I got the freedom card. And that's really speaking to me about you just stepping into your own power. You know, if we're waiting for someone to make changes, they might never make those changes. So you get to decide. Instantly, they did show me that kind of fork in the road about it. And you can tell, like Debbie was saying, in the energy just of how you've languaged that, there's uncertainty. And so it just feels like going into that place of power, getting quiet, really, nourishing and feeding your own soul in this is what's really important. And sometimes that can be difficult because we have to make choice in that, but they're really supporting you. So please stay in this and do what's best for you. I do feel there is change coming, Ellen. and that you're not alone in this. You're really not alone in this. So that's what's coming through.
Blessings, Ellen.
Yeah.
Because I'm working on it.
Yeah. And that's all of us, you know, we're all a work in progress, and this is where we're at in this very moment. So, and that's more than good enough, Ellen. So all the best to you. Mm-hmm. All righty. Next. Who would like to be next?
I think, oh yeah, you're picking, right? Your turn to pick.
Oh, whose turn? Is
Your
it mine? Oh, is it mine? Oh, I thought I chose the first. Oh, no, Jeffrey did. That's right. Okay. Let's see. Some of these, thank you so much. Dawn, I saw that you gave a donation, and Patty, I didn't see a question attached, so feel free if you want to. Bless, thank you so much for your donation. That's so kind of you. All righty, Suzanne. And you don't have to, we appreciate it, but you don't have to donate in order to get a question. We're going to answer as many as we can. So should I move out of the building to another apartment?
Hi, Suzanne. All right, let's take a look at this.
Suzanne, what's best for you? Moving out of an apartment. Oh, interesting. But why? Interesting. Do you want me to just go? It's interesting. First of all, I got the do it card, and I got within 6 months. And then I just wanted to feel into the energy of right now. And maybe you wouldn't describe it as being chaotic, but there is this energy. It's like I saw you sitting in your chair, and it's like a reclining chair. And what Spirit made me aware of, it's like, look at her feet. And I was like, okay, so I'm looking at your feet, and your feet were a little bit off the ground. And so in that energy, it just doesn't feel like it's home for you. And so there is encouragement for you to be in the consideration of that feeling, you know, what you need, feeling settled, feeling grounded. And so if the energy is around you because it feels like a small space that you're in, and that's okay. It just feels, I don't know, energetically, there's some disruption that's not, you know, allowing you to kind of put both feet down. So in that, there is potential that you could move. Absolutely.
And I have to back that up, Suzanne. I'm getting fully that it's time for you to set yourself free. I got the free bird card. That is not me, y'all. But anyway, you're in a really good place to make this move, and you're really. I'm interested in this message for you, Suzanne. I am brave enough to see the light, and there you are. You're sitting in the power of this, and you're letting go of something, and you're cutting away something, and you're moving into something bigger. When I stepped into the question, when I first read it, it felt good to be moving.
100%.
So, yeah.
100%. Yeah. Suzanne, when I felt it, I felt like I needed an energetic refresh immediately. Mm-hmm. I felt like there was this stale, almost toxic vibe in the building, you know, and I really want to encourage you to follow that. I feel like it's your guides giving you the nudge. The fact that you asked the question, you've been feeling the nudge, you've been feeling the guidance. And the cards that I pulled for you are quite interesting, because the first card is the crown chakra. So that's telling me that your crown is open and you are hearing the guidance. The second card is the air card, which talks about stop overthinking. Like you heard the message. You heard, and you're like, maybe I should move. Yes, you should move. And the third is a detox. It's time to purge and let go. So yeah, whatever, the three of us are all in alliance here with it's get out.
Yeah.
Suzanne, yay.
Yay. So good. Thank you so much.
All right. I think it's your turn to choose.
I'm brave enough to step into the light. It's bad in this one. Drugs and I'm afraid, but when? Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like chaos to me. Yeah, time to move.
But when? Now.
Right? Yeah. All righty, Jeffrey, your turn.
Okay. Rhonda needs some help.
Hi, Rhonda.
Hi, Rhonda.
Any messages for guides? Hi there, question. Any messages from my guides?
Yeah, the first thing that came to my mind, my heart, is I feel like I want to encourage you. What?
I just literally wrote down a heart and heart.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, Rhonda Rue. I want to encourage you, to stop playing it safe. It feels like you're a little under the radar, and I feel like that there is this aspect within yourself that is ready for more, ready for ready to take on the role. Okay, so there's this sense within you. The way that I see it around you is you're a healer. I can tell that you're a healer. You're a natural healer by the way that you're able to communicate and express yourself to people. There's a rainbow around you, which tells me you have connection to the healing energy, whether it's Reiki or healing modality of sorts. And there's a feeling like I just want to remind you that the power is within you and that you are more than connected. And I know that you know this, but I just feel like that you just need a little reminder. There's just sense of reminder that your guides have been pinging you and nudging you, tapping you on the shoulder, and it's easy to overthink, and it's easy to override, not rationally override. And no, you've got the juice, honey. You've got the juice.
That was good.
Now, a lot of the energies that I'm feeling here, Rhonda Rue, is kind of about what's happening globally as far as the shift and our vibrations are feeling it. Your vibration, your what is it called? Your being, you're feeling it, and so it feels wonky, and it's triggering. And I feel like there's a trigger there for you with it. When you feel unsettled, that's a bit of a trigger for you. So move towards it, move through it. You are expanding, and there's much healing. When I first stepped into the question, all this healing language came in. And so when that happens, I know that you're in the depths, that you're healing, you're stepping it up a notch in your own vibrations. So that's wonderful. And this is, whoa. But this is the card I received for you. And it says all potentialities. And I just want you to look at the sacred geometry at this rendezvous, if you can see it. Step into your power. And it says, I open the dance of synchronicities. So things are coming into, they're sinking in, and be aware of the synchronicity. Everything's connected, body and spirit. And again, another one, you are being held through this, Rhonda.
Right. Spirit's holding you really gently, and they're really making me aware of just the how precious and important it is to be in the mindfulness, Rhonda, of the inward hail. Because I was like, they want you to just be in that pause. They want you to be really present with what's going on and not to resist that. And so there's this resistance energy that comes up around you where it's like, we don't have to know what it looks like kind of tomorrow. And so just really allowing that to come forward without the fear. You're such an empath. You're such a deep empath. And I know that sometimes we want to be in service and we want to give and we want to be in that exhale. Thank you for that. Be in that exhale and to be in the outwardly. But this time it's really important. And they brought me back to the energy of Shishi's book that she's writing. And so if you feel called to revisit some of the inner child, Spirit is making me aware of that for you right now. But ultimately, it's about being present and the clarity. It feels like things are a little unclear, but in being present is when we can really get the clarity, Rhonda. You are a compass. You are a, not only for your own guidance, you're a guide for other people. And so there's a real gentleness. And I think that's why initially just the energy around your heart space, the heart chakra, just felt really beautiful. So being in that love, in that expression is healthy. It's taking care of you into what you really need at this time. But again, Spirit's just really, I think, collecting us to remind us this is just temporary. And so if we're feeling the depths of this, whatever that might look like, it's temporary. And it's not to discredit it. We can still acknowledge, but that we're gonna move through this. And so, yeah, you're very held in this, Rhonda. And you're such a generous, you're such a generous soul. So that was it. Thank you for reminding me. They said the part about the empath, we forget sometimes because we're in such that giving and take care and caretaker that we're really meant to come to learn to love ourselves deeply. We really are as empaths. I think that's the number one. So I'll leave that with you, Rhonda, and know that we're all holding you in that love of that heart space. So
beautiful.
Thank you.
And thank you again, everyone, for the donations. Very kind.
So kind of you all. Thank you so much.
All right.
2 years ago tomorrow, Heather. Okay.
Hi, Heather.
To Mom. Let's see here. Heather. Do you want me to go first? Do you want me to jump in? Yeah. Heather, instantly I was aware of the name Kathy or the C name. And that could be, so just to put that into reference, sometimes that can be, if that's Mom's name, or just someone that she's like bridging that energy to. But I heard the name Kathy. I'm not seeing Mom, which is really interesting. What I saw before that was these collection of dogs that were coming forward. And so I don't know if you also have the dogs in the spirit or if Mom has the dogs that would be connected to her, but that's what she was making me aware of. And now as I'm seeing her kind of coming forward, 2 years, and yet it was like yesterday. And so I know that you and Mom had such a tight connection, and especially in the kind of later years, there was connection, but it was so deep. I feel like you got to really show her the true, authentic self, and likewise in that. But I feel like there was just things about you that maybe you didn't have the time or the words, or I'm not sure the context of it, but there was just this nearing kind of this last part of her life. She really makes me feel that she got to know you in a deeper way. I also am aware of the month of May being significant. So I'm curious how that would. And she's also acknowledging the 3 children. So I don't know who has the 3 kids, but the 3 children, or are you one of 3? But that's what I'm getting with her.
She said, I just moved house and Kathy lived here.
Oh, okay.
I feel her. She feels this Kathy person.
Okay. And that's what they do is they just want us, they're putting it in real time, for us, so we can just make that connection. But she instantly said that name. So yeah. And let's see if Debbie and Jeff have anything to add to that.
Heather, right away, I just saw this bouquet of flowers, and I pulled a card for you with a sunflower on it. And there's this feeling of the feeling about the bouquet of flowers. You had said that 2 years ago tomorrow. It's like one may take flowers to the gravesite, right? But this feeling about these flowers is I really wanted to be light and energetic and joyful about the flowers. And it's like I wanted to ask you to put the flowers in your home, to lighten up your home, to brighten up your home, rather than go to, somewhere else. It's like this reminder from her that,
she was given
my
sunflowers today.
Okay, well, there you go.
Wow.
So brighten up your home and just know that your mother knew that.
I'm also, she also, when I first was connecting in with your mom, Heather, she was making me aware of a time period of where she was not 100%, so possibly needing to be taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
And then you did write that you looked after her for the last 3 years, so that she was saying thank you for all that care and love, that it was like you honored her in that time, and that you made her feel that she was relevant. I don't know if that's the correct word, but it's super important. She felt dignity, she felt honored, and there was so much love and gratefulness for that time period, for you. She gives me the sense that, I don't know if this is you, Heather, or her, but this free spirit type feel, just really flowy energy and this love energy, that she is. I'm very aware of that. Okay. So she was blessing and regularly saw angels. Okay. So maybe that's what she's showing me. I don't know. But that every moment, she wants to say that every moment of life is important. No matter if you're stuck in a chair and not able to really get up and about, every moment matters. And you made her feel that. Even if she wasn't able to do the things that she normally would love to do, because she feels very active to me, but she wasn't able to do the things she was normally, you let every moment, and she wants to remind you that every moment matters. And she wants all of us to know that no matter what, whether you are able to do or be, or she wants us to release that programming and know that just being in the moment, and it matters. Every moment matters. All the love to you. Blessings to you. It's so nice to meet her. She's such a lovely, lovely, lovely spirit.
Beautiful. All righty. I think I'm next. Yep. Dawn, thank you so much. I keep getting the word Reiki popping. I know where this is going. We're all like, oh my God, I'm certified for Reiki level 1 and 2 and currently working on other modalities. Am I being guided to do healings for more than just family? Not to downplay this at all, but it's an absolute yes. It's like, oh my gosh, it's a full body yes, Dawn. Absolutely. What's there for you in your question in that hesitation? I'm curious, and so I'm gonna. Okay.
Dawn, I have a question for you. Do you have an affinity for animals, for fur babies? I sense that your connection to Gaia and our animal kingdom is important here for you. in regard to Reiki and energy movement and healing. Do you use that energy towards Gaia and or animals at all? Have you ever felt that? Is the question here for you. They are really making me aware of that for you as a very positive thing. But yes.
Yes.
You're not-
There's a huge level of expansion happening with you right now. And I think that's why you're asking the question the way that you did. And resistance is normal. You know, it's totally normal. When we are being leveled up, every single one of us, we resist and we're like, wait a minute, what's happening? Wait, nope, I'm not enough yet. Nope, I need more classes. I need more study. I need more practice. No. Yeah. You are, yes, lots of animal connection. And I love you send Reiki to the earth every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So your spirit team wants you to keep that up. They're so excited. They're having they're doing the whole party. They're blowing the horns and balloons and the whole thing. They're so excited about this, Dawn, and this connection to you with this. You are doing what you came here to do.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Adjustments are being made. And it's time. It's all you need to do is show up. You don't even have to do anything. Exactly. I mean, just show up, and you'll know. You'll set. You're wide open. Your channel. You're a natural healer. The animals need you. The earth needs you. Your family is obviously getting you, and your guides. Everybody's nudging you to come out. Come out.
And another thing that your team is saying and wanting to remind you as you remember who you are, Dawn, this is your own. So you have that Reiki. It's a foundation for you, but they want you to create your own unique movement here. What you bring is so unique and beautiful and so needed right now on this planet. So I'm so excited. And your team as well. So yes.
Love it. All righty. Thank you, Dawn. Who's next?
I haven't been paying attention. Have I picked one lately?
You're next, Jeffrey.
Okay. I saw a name here in Mountain Stream. Where did she go? Or he or she, they. I would love general reading or surprise message.
Surprise message. Oh my gosh, surprise it is. Okay. What deck? I'm going to pull a card for you. Okay, that's interesting.
Okay.
Oh, it's the animals. Okay. Oh, I love that. Okay, so I'm seeing a panda bear, the energy of and the medicine of the panda. And so if you want to look after this, don't leave now, wait till we're done. But afterwards, if you write in panda totem medicine, they're saying that, Spirit's saying that there's energy, it's gonna fit to some other stuff that you are experiencing right now. So it will speak to that. But the panda had something in its hand and I couldn't see. And it's like, it's opening its hand and it's got, I think that something's there, but there's nothing there. And then it's like, but then in the other hand, they've done this little kind of like switcheroo. And so the energy of this panda is really playful. And this is definitely for you, Mountain Stream, but this is also for some other people. That energy of the joy. And so how you asked about, because I don't think I've ever heard that, or a surprise message, that's really important. That energy of surprise and that sense of hope and joy and celebration is really, I mean, that's magic to me. And so just being in that openness, they're saying, of that element of surprise is really great. It's really great. And we've all been there where we have that energy of, the butterflies and we're anxious, excited about, the element of surprise to come in. be with that. And so what you're, because they're also showing me this other part, and I think that the some of the write-ups that you find around the panda medicine will speak to, because I feel like there's been some challenge and or upset. It feels like it's pretty complete, but that it'll speak to that, and then that tuning into the energy of the excitement, the surprise is going to assist you if there's any kind of little area of cleanup that you need to do in that. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I know that kind of sounds a little bit vague, but I feel like you'll be able to make sense of that in what you do after this.
Mm-hmm. Mountain Stream, your team is reminding you that to be intentional about joy, to be in the energy of joy. Finding laughter is important right now for you. That I don't know if you're connected to the summer months for some reason, but that comes in as well here. The summer months feel really good right now for you. It's interesting that you said totem, because I did draw a card here and I got the bison totem.
Oh, interesting.
Isn't that interesting? So bison totem, and that's abundance. Abundance is overflowing to you. And the other card I received for you is this one, and I love it. If you look at all the symbols there, the spirit of air. And so that just talks about this, the wind is favorable to you right now. And it's this beautiful wind blowing in your life is favorable right now for you.
Beautiful.
The winds of change.
And yes, I third all of that. My instant response to you, Mountain Stream, was this playful, joyful, curious, childlike wonder. And I love that, and I want to encourage that on the daily. I think that you already are. I kind of feel all that within you. I feel like that there is this creativity within you. I keep seeing like arrangements of flowers with you, colors that really brighten up the space or the outside space. But there's this feeling of joy about all of that. The joy that that would bring, like with all of the extras, like the hummingbirds and the other birds and the dragonflies and the butterflies. But there's this playful love about all of that I just want to acknowledge within you. There's this feeling too that I want to the spirit is putting a teacher's hat on you. And there's this, like, you're a natural teacher, you're a natural mentor of sorts. And there's the way that you light up in your throat, you have your own ability to communicate and express yourself to others who make them feel seen and heard in ways they might not at home. And it's very healing. And in your natural vibe, your natural energy, this natural, childlike, playful, inspiring, energetic, kind of carefree, is so helpful and healing and bright. So I just wanted to acknowledge that within you. I just love it. I love it. Thank you. For you.
Oh, that's so good. All righty.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, and just while Debbie, while you're choosing, I'm just going to mention that we actually wanted to mention too that our sold out Sedona retreat is actually not sold out. We actually have, surprise, speaking of surprises, we have 5 seats open for this October. So just to clarify, we're not talking about May yet, but for our October retreat that's happening in Sedona with the 3 of us, we have 5 spaces that have come available. And we've also got at least 3 spaces in the Reiki. So if that calls to you, Jeffrey will be activating his website where people can join us. It's going to be amazing. Everything you need to know, all the information is on Jeffrey's website. And I mean all the information. He is so detailed in what he put together there. So we do have 5 seats open, which means we're excited. We're disappointed that some couldn't make it, but nonetheless, it is exciting that Spirit's just making it. So if there's 5 more people, we would love to have you join us in October. Sedona.
Would love to have you join us. You guys, it is going to be high voltage.
Yeah.
High voltage.
Next level. Next level. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And every time we get together and we're planning this with our cohorts at the retreat center, I mean, it is so custom built for all of us. And if you've been thinking about it, or maybe you missed out or you weren't quite sure, you know, Spirit has a way of making these things happen. And really, unfortunately, some people have had to change their mind. But that just means that, you know, those of you who might have been thinking about it, and we did receive some emails afterwards. Oh, shoot, I missed it. Your spaces are opened up. So we'd love to have you.
Yeah. Can't wait. All right, Sam, thank you so much. What direction should I go to increase my finances?
I chose this one because I thought a lot of people could hear a message.
What's going on with my health? I can't get it under control. Where to start? Interesting. That's interesting. Oops.
I do sense a shift actually in both your finances and your health in the next few months. However, that being said, and more specifically, I do sense September. I'm hearing September here for a shift in your finances.
The cards I pulled are really good. First of all, so just acknowledging, I think the energy of the worry and the blame in it, it feels like that's not where you're at currently. So maybe you went through that. You could recognize, like, you know, things were, not to say denial, but just not really acknowledging where you were. And then I feel like there was a shift in your energy. And these cards are really great. I got the manifest card, the direction card, success card, and transformation. So in that energy of things really turning, they're saying sometimes we don't know like step 2 and 3 and 4, but step 1 in that energy of that direction card, you're in the right direction. And that kind of energy frame of mind, you putting it out there, being in the inquiry, is the first step. And so really kind of feeling into that. I'm going to say that initially they did put, Jeffrey said rainbow, and they used a rainbow of light between the your health and your finances. And so there is connection to the 2 of those, and just because of sometimes in the worry of one, it can exacerbate yes, the other. And so just in that, there's just this beautiful healing light that's going from one to the other, and they're saying envision that. So when you're in the worry of your health, just putting out that energy, that rainbow light to something like your finances. So it's like, it's just a flow of energy, and you being in that creation or manifesting is really in your potential. So I do feel a big shift is going to happen for you in both areas.
I do. And I'm seeing here too, here you are, and there's a mountain in front of you, and you're like, oh, I have this mountain, and it's like in between me and my goals as far as financially and your health. So your spirit team is saying, all right, let's step into our intentions. So that manifesting, intention, moving energy to create that positive change you want to see. And that basically is stepping into your power, knowing who you are, that you are enough. I am enough. I am whole. I'm complete. I'm loved. But most of all, when you wake up in the morning, and all those who know me, I say this all the time, but it's so important. This will shift your life. So everybody listening right now, if you want to shift your life in any area, whether it's finances or your health, before you step your feet on the ground, envision a circle that you're stepping into. That circle is gratefulness.
Mm-hmm.
Standing in, I'm grateful. And so even if it's the smallest thing that you can start with that you're grateful for, and feel that, and then it just goes from there.
Mm-hmm.
But this is your main card. They want you to step into the energy of gratefulness of the now. And then the expansion comes.
I love that.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, Sam, I one of the first things that I felt like, specifically with regard to where to start, I kept feeling like I was gasping for air. I just had this feeling of I just catching my breath. So I want to encourage you to really start with your breath. Start with your breath. Make it simple. It doesn't need to, you know, go out and walk a mile to start and then expand it every day. I mean, sure, eventually get to that, but just start out with your breath. Just remember that's where it all starts. And also this feeling of like feeling that air going in. If you close your eyes and you feel the air fill your lungs, interestingly, as I was feeling this within you, Debbie started talking about gratitude, and I was actually going to that space of gratitude where that feeling of that oxygen filling my body and the connection between the body and the finances. What is within is without. And to imagine and feel that oxygen going in your body and feel that expansion going into your finances as well. It feels to me like there's a little bit of a side hustle available within you that actually feels like much more of a passion or like an excitement. You know what I mean? Where there are those little things that we all have that light us up from our insides out. It like it's that little pilot light that gets us going, that little bit of excitement. And I can feel that within you. And I feel like it wants to be made known. I feel like it wants to come to the surface. I feel like it wants to come out. And I just feel like starting with these little baby steps will start to move that energy on your inside. And once that little pilot light and that reminder happens on your insides and you're like, oh my gosh, I remember that. Yes, it starts to expand all on its own, by its own power, because that's you acknowledging your purpose, your passion, your love, your excitement, and it starts to grow. That's you taking your own power back and going, yes, here we go. And here you are getting out of bed and imagining before you put your feet down on that ground that you're stepping into that circle of gratitude.
And for all of us right now, let's take the opportunity to release any relationship to lack, any of that pre-programming that we are programmed with for the time we are born that we're lacking, right? So let's release that now together as a group. We're releasing any energy or relationship to lack.
Yeah.
And we are fully stepping into gratitude and abundance.
Absolutely.
Love it.
It's our birthright.
It's our birthright. Thank you.
Yes, it's that simple. Yes, indeed. All righty. Where do we go here? Sandra in Connecticut. Thank you so much, Sandra. Will I have one more chance at love? Will there be someone coming into my life? I love. Jeffrey loves the love readings too.
I do love the love readings.
He totally does. How lovely. Okay. Let us see.
Can I start?
Mm-hmm.
You may. My cards are next level. Sorry. Go ahead.
Look at the lights
Oh
going.
my
The
God, yes,
spirit.
I feel it. Can I show my cards? What do you get? Next level. Stop it. And look what I got. The love card and the don't give up on love heart. Seriously. And unconditional love. Oh my God.
All the love.
Sandra.
Sandra in Connecticut. That's a
a card
big
drop moment.
giant yes. Yeah. So Sandra, I really want to, I can feel you. I can feel that you're a love. I can feel your intentions. I can feel your presence. And I can feel the work that you've been doing, the healing for your own growth.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to acknowledge that within you because that's hard work. Let's be honest. That is hard work. And it's really beautiful work. And I want to encourage you to pat yourself on the back, you know, because you're worth it and you deserve it. And you know what you want. You know more than anything what you don't want. And that's almost more important where, you know, we know where our lines are, what aren't going to work, will not work for us. And here's another thing. There's this feeling, again, I'm going with that rose bush that I see. And there is a very young baby rose bush. There is, and it's healthy. It is fertilized. It is watered. And this other person feels to me more of your equal than you have experienced to date. Meaning this person has been doing their own work, their own growth, their own conscious expansion, their own healing.
Yeah, it's going on.
And that's a really beautiful place to be when you walk into the next, oh yes, go into the next relationship knowing that you are worth what you want, what you deserve, that you are, and it's okay. And then for him to have that same experience within him for you, yes.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love this, Sandra. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have much to add to it. I just want to be in that feeling of what was just created, and Spirit wants you to be in the recognition of what you just felt. And that's just a little part of the love that is there for you, Sandra. So yes, it's a full yes. I mean, Spirit was making the little spirit ball like blink. I mean, that doesn't happen all the time.
That's so cool. And yeah, so go ahead and step into that circle of gratefulness, Sandra, because it's already in motion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it.
In motion. I love it too.
In motion.
All right, maybe just a couple more we got time for. We're almost at an hour. You guys go ahead if you want to. I think I've chose the last couple.
Yeah. I think
You go ahead, Debbie. It looks like your hand's on the mouse.
Oh. All right.
Hi, Kevin. Kevin's loving vibration. Nice to see you.
Oh, nice. I wanted to find.
And Richie. Hi, Richie. Nice to see you. Hello to everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining us. A real treat.
A real treat.
Always. I love to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Blessed.
Blessed 1111. May I please have a message from my guides? I'm feeling lost and no purpose. Oh, Debbie, we were talking about this morning about purpose.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yes. It's a big one, you know?
Yes.
You know, purpose, I think, and I'm just going to go with this in that energy of, you know, oh, and there's a ladybug. Okay, so I just looked out my window and there's a ladybug there for you. And the ladybug for me is in part the energy of Mother and Mother Mary, the energy of that unconditional love that comes in. And it comes in for you, Blessed 1111. And so I know that there's been some heartbreak. I know that there's been some grief. And in that, it can take us to a place that kind of feels like us, and it kind of feels like us, but it's not us. So deeper than that, you're that expression of love. You are that unconditional love. And so right now, I know that Spirit just wants to bring that love to you. In addition to that, purpose is less about the detail and more about who we're becoming, who we're expanding, who we are in the world. And that at any moment, we're in alignment with it. That is our purpose. We're never, it's never wrong in that. And sometimes we can preference it to the things that we like or what we would want to have, or, so on and so forth. But really know that you've come here to learn some really big lessons, and you're doing that. And sometimes, in the reflection, the crappy stuff is the stuff that's going to teach us the most on that soul level. And so you're right on target. So just be within the experiences that continue to show up for you. Be that expression of the unconditional love is what Spirit is saying for other people. And sometimes when we're in that place of we don't know what to do next, we can be in service, and service can be to self, it can be to other people, being in connection. Being a part of this to me feels very purposeful. And so that's what's coming through on this end for you. Blessed 1111. I hope you're still here to receive that.
And keep in mind too that just being,
right?
Be. And I think we overdo it with the what's my purpose, right? We over think it. We put too much on it, and because we come from that place of lack, so much we then continue to pile onto it. But again, just be. Also, they also are letting me know that you also are very intuitive.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Linda.
You're so kind.
Sweet.
So generous.
You're very intuitive. You're also very connected to Gaia. And those two things are just so important. And just your soul song in connection with Mother Earth, with Gaia, your soul song and that connection, you're doing your job. You are your purpose just by being you. So they're just reminding you of that. Okay.
Absolutely. I third all of what the two of you said. Blessed. Yes. I know what it's like to feel without purpose. I went the first 45 years of my life feeling purposeless and rudderless. And I felt like I was just blowing through the breeze, grabbing onto a job because it paid me something. And of course, hindsight always being 2020. Let's be clear. You look back as we grow. And when we get to this place, you're in this place of healing right now. You've got a lot of healing going. You're very sensitive. You're very spiritually connected. The card that came for me was the heart chakra. So I know you've got all this healing happening. You're doing your own self-work. And I just want to remind you, just like the other two, looking back when it felt like we weren't doing anything, or we were learning so much through all those challenges, through all those mountains, through all those perceived blocks. And what I realized too, all those decades, I was comparing myself to everybody else. Oh, they have a degree. They figured out what they wanted to do in high school. Oh, they got this, blah, blah, blah. I can keep going and going and going. There are the Oprahs of the world, the Taylor Swifts of the world, I can go on. And we, in this culture, supersize all of it. And when those of us who are feeling purposeless, we see that as if that's the only way. And that's what to aim for. No, not all of us are meant to go there. We are meant to be who we are, and we are meant to be who we are in this moment. And just being here with all of us in this group, we're all expanding and we're all growing and we're all in fellowship together in community. And that's huge and healing in itself.
Mhm.
So just remember, blessed 1111.
Yeah.
That 1111 in your name tells us a lot about you.
Mhm.
The blessed in your name tells us all about you.
Mhm.
So what is within is without.
Mhm.
Turn the spectacles of compassion in on yourself. Get rid of all the woulda, coulda, shoulda. Get rid of all the comparison. And remember, you are absolutely amazing where you are.
Mm.
Yeah.
That you are just live your soul song. You're on the right path. I love it.
Mhm.
Well, you guys, I
Feels good. That's that's completion.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm actually 7 minutes late to my live. So
Oh,
Oh my gosh, we're going over. All right. All right.
everything's
I
going
Look at the
now.
circles. They're like, oh my gosh. Go, go, go. All right.
Yay.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Debbie. Thanks, everybody who came in. Thank you for your donation. Thank you to all the moderators. We love you. Go and watch Debbie. She's going live. We
Love
love you all.
Thank you, moderators. Thank you for all the donations.
We'll do this again soon, sooner than later. This was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so
Hi,
much.
everybody.
Love to everybody. So good.